a game. And for the Panguitch Bobcats, they rank number 1 in their Region 20, number 1 in state. They allow 37 points. They score 56. So the big question is going to be whether Panguitch's defense can take over and contain the scoring of the Wildcats. They typically have a really good defense, led by Cody Hatch with 3 points. Clint Fulmer, 13 points a game. Paxton Wolfley, 9 points a game. Kyler Bennett, 13 points a game, or Tucker Chappell, 11 points a game for the Bobcats. This should be a good matchup as we get started. This has been your South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. Sign up for 1 gig internet today, get a gig, and get going.
I think it's me for this next one.
Number 24, Paxton Wolfley. Center for the Bobcats. Number 30, Spencer Tablet. Head coach of the Bobcats is Clint.
Yeah. Are we on yet? Awesome. Starting for Panguitch, number 22, Quillen Fulmer. Number 24, Paxton Wolfley. Number 30, Spencer Talbot. Number 40, Tucker Chappell. And number 42, Kyler Bennett. And then for Wendover, number 0, Trey Tangaro. Number 3, Raudel Munoz. Number 30, Jean Dubois. Not sure how to pronounce that. Number 4, Francisco Rivera. And who else we got on there? Is it Orlando Alvarez? Number 11, Orlando Alvarez. Tip goes out of bounds. It's going to be Panguitch basketball. Starting us off here tonight. Inbound goes to number 24, Paxton Wolfley, and we are underway. Wolfley to Talbot. Long two up by Bennett.
Kyler Bennett's a great outside shooter. He'll knock down that outside shot if you leave him open for a split second.
And Panguitch getting right on the scoreboard early.
Big 6'6" big man has a great stroke.
Nice take there by Rivera. Quick and bouncy, gets to the hole for 2.
Nice baseline drive by Rivera. Underneath to Tucker Chappell, misses.
What a pass, though, by Bennett.
Fulmer works it back up and in. The interesting thing on this game is going to be how you've got the two polar opposites, right? You've got the size and strength of the Bobcats and the speed of the Wildcats. It's going to be an interesting see how this turns out.
And you've seen both factors already playing a key role here early. I mean, you look at that 3 by Bennett getting open, and then the size down low to get the offensive rebound and the putback by Fulmer for the Bobcats. But then you look on the other side with Wendover, and Rivera able to kind of just weave his way through underneath to get that early bucket. So will it be size or will it be quickness? We will see. As there's a 3 ball up for Wolfley. No good. Offensive board by Talbot to no avail. And Wendover's going to take back over.
Munoz with the rebound.
Three is up and no good for Tangaro. As Wolfley takes it up for the Bobcats. 3 on the way. No good.
It's Talbot. From the corner won't go. Bobcats taking a lot of threes early. They're usually a more work it around, penetrate. Talbot with the rebound.
Talbot gets the board. Yeah, you'd think that they'd be maybe trying to get inside more, build an early lead with, easier buckets with their size advantage, and then maybe try shooting outside. As there's Talbot in the corner for 3. No good entirely.
Bennett gets away, and maybe it's because he's so much taller, he's able to just kind of reach over and pick it up.
As Chappell misses the the offensive putback, but Bennett gets the rebound of his own and puts it in for 2 to take a 6-2 lead over Wendover. I will say, for the size disadvantage, Wendover is doing a pretty decent job in the paint, getting rebounds or boxing out. There's a reach-in foul called on number 40, Tucker Chappell.
Getting for a hand check. It's always easy to tell where Easton Tangaro is with those
pink shoes.
Trey Tangaro, with those pink shoes stand out on the floor.
Yeah, I can see those from a mile away. You can probably see them from Wendover right now. Rivera taking it up for Wendover. Rivera again. Looking for a screen. Gets it from Duran. Spins. And it's swatted away by Bennett. What a rejection by Kyler Bennett, as there's the 3 up. And no good for number 11, Orlando Alvarez. Fast break transition.
A lot of contact on the first the layup, and then that second attempt by Fulmer, and he gets the 2 and 1.
Yeah, Chappell missed that first layup. He's struggled a bit underneath today so far, but luckily he had Fulmer there to finish and pick up the foul.
Into the lineup for the Bobcats.
Checking in for the Bobcats, number 5, Cody Hatch.
Cody Hatch has a nice outside stroke, 14 threes on the season.
As Fulmer finishes the 3-point play.
From that Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, 159
right.
North Main there in Panguitch.
And Fulmer's going to steal it away, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. 4:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Bobcats leading the Wildcats 9-2 early, as the Wildcats going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. You are watching a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com. Don't go anywhere.
From giant, delicious, fluffy pancakes for breakfast and our great selection of sandwiches for lunch, to our choice steaks or our amazing homemade country fried steak and mashed potatoes for dinner, top it off with homemade pie, and Kenny Ray's is just like home.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics.
Off the timeout, it'll be Wendover ball.
Trailing by 7 here, about 3.5 minutes into the contest. Alvarez taking it up, or Rivera taking it up, I'm sorry. Given to Alvarez for the Wildcats. Now to Muniz. Rivera, Alvarez. Alvarez to the left side. And it's stolen away. That's Paxton Wolfley.
Draws the contact and the foul. He had Fulmer open, cutting down the left side, but keeps it himself, and he'll take a trip to Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Wolfley reaching in there, poking the ball out, taking it all the way down. Athletic takes to the rack and picking up the foul, where he will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Picks up that first free throw. And the Bobcats are the first to double digits here, 10-2. Just about 4 minutes into the contest in the battle of the Cats, Wildcats, Bobcats. And Wolfley sets up for attempt number 2. And Wolfley is perfect tonight from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. And the Bobcats take a 9-point advantage over the Wildcats. Rivera. Gives to Alvarez. Alvarez right. And it's going to be stolen away again. A bad pass. Wolfley again to Bennett. Back to Wolfley.
Paxton Wolfley so quick on that takeaway. Inside, Talbot gets the soft bounce for 2.
And that size for the Bobcats has really started to become a factor. Taking that early 11-point lead. I mean, their size is so suffocating that Wendover really can't do much on offense. And on defense, they just can't compete.
Yeah, even the speed. You know, Bryce Valley played Wendover earlier this year, and the speed of Alvarez gave Bryce Valley some problems. But with the bigs of
from both sides
Bobcats, it's a mute point.
Talbot and Bennett both in on the swat there that time. Talbot, nice pass inside from Paxton Wolfley.
Talbot actually turns the wrong way, has to go like 200 degrees to get that back around to the basket, but he does.
The extra effort paid off as he got the bucket there. Spinning layup from Rivera.
Wolfley with the rebound.
Wolfley gets the rebound, goes left, and he's going to kick outside. Wolfley again to Bennett. Bennett right underneath and open for two. And Wendover's going to take a timeout, down 15 now. 2:36 left to play in the first quarter. Panguitch Bobcats leading 17-2. We'll be right back. This is a Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local10s.tv and KTTA 8.1.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture. There's nothing quite like getting your prescription filled where the employees know you and you know them. We have the time to help you make informed decisions. Personalization that a mail-order pharmacy can't provide. At Panguitch Drug, we believe that friendly, fast service is most important.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments. Don't stress trying to video the games yourself. Relax and enjoy the game. Get your copy of these games on high-definition Blu-ray from RK Siren Video Services. First game only $15 and $10 for each additional game.
And we're back to a Bryce Canyon City presentation of championship basketball on Local10.tv and on 1aball.com. Bobcats, Wildcats, Panguitch, and Wendover. Panguitch leading 17-2. Just about 6 minutes in. Wendover with the ball. No three-pointers this far from either squad. Panguitch really leaning into their size for scoring and proving to stifle the quickness from Wendover, as there's a nice floating two in for Trey Tangaro.
Yeah, Tangaro gets that. He's got Talbot in the air, just that high rainmaker.
As there's Paxton Wolfley fighting his way underneath. Quint Fulmer, getting the two. And Panguitch taking the 15-point lead back. And it's thrown out of bounds, tipped off the hands of number 5, Raul Valle. You know, Mike, I was thinking Panguitch being that heavy favorite to win this tournament outright, being the number 1 team in the state. You got to wonder if they were maybe feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous prior to tonight, but prior to their first matchup, and it hasn't shown at all.
Yeah, if they were nervous, it has not shown. You're absolutely right. We're 6 minutes into this, and they're on their way to a 80-plus point game.
Oh, for sure. Confidently playing their game of basketball.
Fulmer jumping up and down underneath the basket, wide open. That defense had extended out.
Talbot to Chappell. And Chappell finally gets one in for two. 17-point lead, largest of the night for Panguitch. Rivera gives all around Duran to Tangaro. There's a long two. It's going to be no good. And the rebound there by Talbot. Wolfley with the basketball. And he fires a bullet underneath to Chappell, and he's going to get called on a travel. Great sidearm pass there from Wolfley, but I think he got Chappell just a little bit too excited because he took that extra step too early. Rivera brings it up for the Wildcats, hoping to find the scoreboard again, maybe once or twice more prior to the end of this first quarter. Gives to Rivera. Alvarez, excuse me.
You know, Wendover taking their time for get a shot.
And there's a nice take to the rack by Alvarez. Nice spinning two-pointer there. As Chappell gives back to Fulmer, and Fulmer's going to miss from behind the arc. But Wolfley fighting his way between two defenders. Gives it back out to Fulmer. 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. finds Talbot, finds Bennett. Bennett for three! No good! And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here. Panguitch Bobcats leading 21-6 over the Wendover Wildcats. You're watching Championship Basketball presented by Great Lakes Cheese on oneaball.com and KSLSports.com. We'll be right back with the second quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Rocky Mountain Fencing, located in Panguitch, has been serving southern Utah for over 20 years. Owner Marquet Engelstead is a proud supporter of Region 20. Give Marquet a call today, 435-463-1659.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Welcome back, everyone, to this Bryce Canyon City presentation of Championship Basketball on Local10.tv and on oneaball.com and KSLSports.com. Back, second quarter action, Bobcats of Panguitch versus the Wendover Wildcats. Battle of the Cats. All in favor of Panguitch so far. 21-6 after a quarter. No three-pointers for either team. But Panguitch making a living down underneath with their size and looking exactly like the number one ranked team in the state as advertised.
Yeah, I thought maybe the speed of the Wildcats would give them a few more opportunities than what we've seen so far. And right now, it's all Bobcats.
There's a reach and foul committed by number 24, Paxton Wolfley. It'll be Wildcat basketball underneath.
You know, this is a young group for Wendover. Big rebuilding year. They graduated 5 seniors. I think they graduated 4 starters and their 6th man.
Three ball up and in. Number 3, Raul Munoz hitting the first
Bryce Canyon City three-pointer.
Bryce Canyon City three-pointer of the night. Thank you, Mike.
I got your back.
Here's Bennett. Going ISO. Gives to Cody Hatch. Now Shea Miller getting into the action. Goes left. Gives Hatch, misses. And it's stripped away down for Bennett. And Wendover orchestrates a turnover there. Not sure how that happened. Like, you know, for their lack of size, Wendover has really shown a lot of fight.
Yeah,
they're not afraid of Panguitch's size.
No, they're not afraid of the size, and they definitely aren't afraid to work. The Wendover Wildcats, Coach Murphy, they're a well-coached team. You know, sometimes, well, he always gets the most out of his team. Reach in foul.
There's a reach and foul on the Bobcats. Bobcats starting to play a little bit more reckless with a 13-point lead. 12-point lead, sorry. You can't really blame them. There's Rivera taking the inbound. Alvarez for 3. Got it! And that's Orlando Alvarez with the second Bryce Canyon City 3 of the night for the Wendover Wildcats. We're going to take a timeout. 6:44 left to play in the second quarter. 21-12 is the score. Wildcats, Bobcats, don't go anywhere.
Fiber Gig Internet. Reliability, fast download, and upload speeds. Connect all of your devices all of the time. Fast, reliable, plus industry-leading Wi-Fi equals the best internet experience. Upgrade to Gig Internet for as little as $7 per month. Fiber Gig Internet from South Central Communications.
As a Cedar City native, I was already familiar with the high-quality academics and the beautiful campus of Southern Utah University. I quickly found a second home in the Computer Science and Information Systems program. I graduated with an impressive portfolio right out of school and was able to get a job at Amazon as a cloud support engineer. I enjoy creating something great from nothing other than my imagination, aided by the problem-solving techniques I learned at SUU. I am so grateful for the guidance I received from Southern Utah University.
And we're back. Panguitch Bobcats with the basketball, leading 21-12 here. Just over 6.5 left to play in the second quarter. Wolfley goes up, and he's fouled underneath. Nice take to the rack there. That was number 30, Sean DuBois.
DuBois with the foul, and he's about the only big man for Wendover. They can't afford to lose him. That's his first foul, no harm. Just as long as he's aware, hey, you got to be careful.
And Wolfley heads to the Legacy Ace Hardware charity stripe at the free throw line. Misses the first attempt.
Made his first two in the first quarter.
We jinxed him again. We said he was perfect from the line earlier, and he misses the first one. But he does make the second one. He's 3 of 4 tonight. As the Bobcats take a 10-point lead over the Wildcats. Munoz goes right. Gets a screen from Tangaro. Alvarez. There's a long three-pointer, from DuBois, but it's no good. Wolfley gives to Bennett. Wolfley again in the corner. Finds Cody Hatch for the Bobcats. Give back to Bennett. Bennett posts up, puts it in, no good. But Chappell gets up, and Chappell gets the two with the foul. He'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line to complete the three-point play.
Number 0, Trey Tangaro is first.
And Chappell makes it a three-point play, taking a 13-point lead. Wildcats, Orlando Alvarez. Gives to DuBois. Nice pass.
Backdoor cut by DuBois.
Just textbook execution right there, Mike.
The pretty play. Two defenders, and DuBois cuts backdoor.
Chappell passes right back out, and that's going to be a three-pointer from Shea Miller from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line. First three of the night for the Bobcats, surprisingly enough, but they still have that 14-point lead nonetheless. And DuBois going to get another easy two underneath. If you get DuBois rolling, you might have a bit of a fight here, now down only 12. Wolfley going ISO with Rivera. Gives to Miller. Miller gives to Bennett. And Bennett's going to throw it away. And Rivera kicks it back.
That went off his heel, but it's picked up by Chappell.
Oh, a bit of a chaotic series there. Kicked off his heel, picked up by Chappell. Given to Bennett, and Bennett was stripped underneath, but he does pick up the foul. And he will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for two shots.
Wildcat foul number 11, Alvarez is first.
Alvarez slides up there and gives Bennett a 5, gives him 5 to the hey. I just couldn't let you make it easy.
First shot is good for Bennett.
He had to keep Bennett from dunking.
And Bennett, whether it's a dunk or free throws, he gets his 2 points. Alvarez kicks out Tangaro. Tangaro for three. No good. Rebound kicked around a bit, but it becomes Panguitch basketball. Wolfley brings it up. Rivera on Wolfley. Wolfley cuts left. Goes up. Oh, pretty 2-point jumper from mid-range.
Just pulls up off the dribble, kind of a leap and leaner, falling away. Buries the 12-footer.
Quick jumper to the left. Gives Panguitch a 16-point lead. Their longest today. Their biggest lead today, has been 17. As Chappell steals it away, tiptoes, keeps his feet in bounds, gives to Bennett, and Bennett gives back to Wolfley. Nice athletic series of events right there. Wolfley gets the screen from Miller. Goes underneath to the right, weaves around, gives to Chappell. Chappell can't get it, but it's swatted out of bounds by the Wildcats.
Yeah, last touch by Tangaro. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Fulmer and Talbot back in the game for the Bobcats.
Bobcats doubling the Wildcats' total of 16 points with 32 so far. Bobcats 4 fouls, Wildcats 5 fouls. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the half. Panguitch looking exactly like the 1 seed in the tournament as advertised. Miller goes to Chappell. goes to Talbot. Cody Hatch getting in on the action. Fulmer. There's a 3-ball, and it rims out. 3 by Miller, no good. Offensive board by Talbot. Picks up the foul, and he will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 shots. And first free throw is no good for Talbot. He'll get another shot. And the second one bounces in. 17-point lead ties their largest of the night as the Bobcats lead the Wildcats 33-16. Alvarez fires it wildly to Rivera. Rivera goes back to Alvarez. To Munoz. Munoz for 3. Got it! And that's another Bryce Canyon City 3-pointer for Raudel Munoz, as the Wildcats claw back within 14. Hatch fires underneath to Talbot. Talbot to Bennett. Bennett up and in for 2. Beautiful series of passes underneath as Kyler Bennett finishes with the 2-point strike.
It's 10 points in the game for Bennett. Leads all scorers so far.
He's been very solid tonight. He's been kind of the poster boy of that size for Panguitch, as there's a swatted block. A few Bobcats were in the area.
It looked like Bennett was able to come in from behind, though, and strip that ball away on the shot.
Here's Fulmer. Fulmer gets Miller. Miller goes underneath to Bennett. And Miller gets it in for 2.
Nice job. It was a give and go to the high post. Shea Miller cuts, catches in stride, scoops and scores.
And, that wasn't even, that seemed like maybe a more leisurely give and go as Miller gets it away. But if you run it the right way, it doesn't matter how fast you go, you can get it in. Getting back to Miller. Now to Fulmer. To Bennett. Miller again. To Fulmer.
Oh, missed him wide
Bennett
open.
For 3. Got it! So that's another Bryce Canyon City 3-pointer. This time from Kyler Bennett, the big man. He can do it inside. He can do it from deep. He can do it all. Leading scorer tonight for either team. Bobcats leading by 21 now over the Wildcats of Wendover. Just over a minute 30 left to play. Alvarez takes a 12-footer. Can't connect. Fulmer. Full steam ahead for Fulmer. Gives to Miller. To Bennett again. Bennett going to cut left, go up and in for no good. And Talbot's going to miss, but Fulmer's going to get it back. Give back to Talbot. To Bennett again. Back to Fulmer. Now they're just toying with Wendover with this size. Talbot gives to Miller. Fulmer. Hatch. Hatch fakes, buys time, gets to the free throw line, shoots for 2, no good. But Bennett saves it out of bounds.
Great hustle by Bennett, saves that ball inbounds back to Talbot.
Hatch, another hezzy fake. Gets it in. Some nice footwork from Hatch today, I've noticed. Hatch back in. Hatch going to post up. Hook shot good for 2. Cody Hatch, number 5.
His
the Bobcats a 23-point lead.
First points of the game. Just kind of drop steps left and hook shot. Made it look easy.
There's a 3-ball up for Alvarez. Misses, but Rivera now at the top of the key after an offensive board. He goes right, and he fires to Du Bois, but no one was there. He weaved it through 2 Bobcats, but Du Bois was nowhere to be found. 15 seconds left. It's going to be Bobcat basketball as it's thrown out of bounds. Bobcats leading 42-19. As number 32, Shea Miller, brings it up for the Bobcats of Panguitch. Goes left. And he's going to find Bennett in the corners. He just chucks it behind his back, saving it out of bounds. Talbot gets it. Back to Miller. Miller for 3. Blocked! And Bennett with a...
Looked like that fall-away hook. Heave was going to go in for a second.
Didn't want to waste that last possession. It looked good off the bat, but no dice. We're at the end of the half. We're going to be back after these messages. 42-19 Panguitch leads. Don't go anywhere.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Utah Independent Bank is locally owned with branches in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. A full-service bank with helpful loan officers and friendly staff members that are here to customize all your banking needs. Why not bank with people you know and trust? Utah Independent Bank. Custom banking, custom ideas, custom solutions. Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
Wells Rural Electric exists to serve its members and support its communities. We're proud of Wendover student athletes. Go Wildcats!
Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
what many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Welcome back to the Southern Utah University halftime report here. Panguitch Bobcats leading the Wendover Wildcats 42-19 here at the half. Mike, let's get into the stats.
Absolutely, Jackson. So Panguitch 14 of 21 from the 2-point land, 2 of 8 from 3 behind the arc. They lead 42-19. Rebounds, 15 rebounds for the Bobcats, 4 for the Wildcats. 3-pointers, 3 of 10 from Wendover, 6 of 10 from the 2-point land. You know, Wendover's getting good looks, making baskets. They're just not getting enough good attempts at the basket. Bobcats are being led by Kyler Bennett's 13 points. So second half, the Wildcats have got to battle back, get more looks, more shots off, see if they can catch up. This has been your Southern Utah University halftime report brought to you by SUU. Check them out at www.suu.edu. SUU to everywhere.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
Bear Valley RV Park in Sinclair, conveniently at the junction of Highway 20 and 89. Large RV pull-throughs with full hookups. Rent a cabin, a sheep camp, a teepee for an unforgettable adventure. BearValleyRV.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Trust your family's smiles to Brown Dental. Efficient family dental, friendly environment, and competitive pricing. Come see Scott, Greg, and Sean. Call for an appointment, 435-586-3885.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
Providing lodging and a home-cooked meal for 72 years, including Ethel's world-famous pie. Bryce Canyon Pines thanks you for your business and wishes the best of luck to Region 20,
Your Bryce Canyon destination.
Sea Stop Pizza in Panguitch, Utah. Pizza for every taste bud. We have pizza, pasta, wings, salads, breadsticks, and many more delicious items. Go Bobcats from the Crofts family.
Welcome back. You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by Ruby's Inn on KSLSports.com and 1ABall.com. Welcome back to the second half. Panguitch Bobcats running circles around the Wendover Wildcats. 42-19 the score at half as we kick off the third quarter here in just a sec. Obviously, Panguitch, number 1 ranked team in the state in 1A. Presumably the favorite to win this tournament this weekend. But, you know, anything can happen. It's high school basketball. But tonight they've been anything but flawless.
So far, they're holding true to their defensive style, 2-1 for Fulmer, but the Bobcats only allow 37 points a game, and they've held the Wildcats to 19 in the first half. That's pretty impressive defensive.
Yeah, that would be on pretty much on par with their season average of 37. That'd be about 38.5. As Fulmer gets the and one, and Fulmer makes his shot to complete the three-point play from the Legacy Ace Hardware charity stripe, taking a 26-point lead. Largest of the night for Panguitch.
Bobcats applying some pressure.
And Du Bois gets in there for the 2. Here's Wolfley, gets a screen from Chappell to Fulmer. Back to Talbot. Talbot to Chappell. Chappell gets underneath, and Chappell gets in for 2.
Beautiful pick and roll. Tucker Chappell as he rolls the basket.
That's right. Chappell was struggling to finish at the rim earlier in the game, but he's settled in, and he's had a couple nice buckets like that.
7 points in the game so far for Tucker Chappell.
There you go. Now scoring off the pick and roll. Layup by Rivera, no good. Rebounded by Talbot. In transition, fires to Wolfley. Back to Talbot. Here's Bennett. Gives to Wolfley. Gets the screen from Bennett. From about the free throw line. Banks it in for 2. Nice pull-up jumper there by Paxton Wolfley. Here's Alvarez getting the screen from Tangaro. Tangaro fakes the 3. Long 2. Bounces off awkwardly, and Fulmer's going to get the rebound. Had Paxton open underneath. Missed him. He's going to go to Paxton in the corner. Paxton for 3! No good! What a rebound there by Talbot. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Bobcat basketball. No, I'm sorry, Wildcat basketball. Just over 6 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 49 points for the Bobcats of Panguitch and 21 for the Wendover Wildcats.
In the other gym, in case you're wondering, Paiute 27, Manila 4. Girls game in the third quarter, just getting started. 7 minutes to go in the third.
3 is up, and 3 is good for Rivera. Bryce Canyon City, three-pointer. Cutting the deficit now to a more manageable 25. And it's poked out. Poked out by Rivera. Wolfley fouls him underneath. Nice defensive effort there for number 4, Francisco Rivera. Tangaro to throw it in for the Wildcats. Gives to Du Bois. And Du Bois is going to get in and 1.
Yeah, Du Bois takes it strong, even though Bennett's there. Draws the contact and the foul.
And, you know, you got to wonder why they haven't really gone to that well more often with Du Bois. He's the one player on the Wildcats who has the size to match that of Panguitch. And, you know, every time they give it to him, it feels like something good happens. They score, they get the N1, he makes the free throw. So,
you know, they didn't get to him in the first quarter, but he has he had 2 baskets in the second. Now he's got 2 in the third.
Fulmer cuts, gets under the basket, no good. A swarm of Wildcats was there to prevent him from scoring. As Francisco Rivera gets the rebound, gives it to Munoz. Back to Rivera. Rivera right. Has it stripped. Du Bois gets it back, but it's taken away by Bennett. Wolfley. No look pass by Wolfley to Fulmer, but Fulmer was not ready for it. It goes out of bounds. Wildcat basketball. Munoz takes it up for the Wildcats. Gives to Rivera. Rivera to Alvarez. Tangero for three. No good from the college three-point line. Bennett gets up, gets the rebound, gives to Wolfley. Wolfley gets a screen from Fulmer.
Knocked away and gets it right back.
Has it knocked away. Lucky break there. Chappell gives to Bennett. Bennett to Fulmer. Fulmer with all kinds of space, but he'll like to give it to Wolfley. Rivera fights through the screen. Bennett. Back to Wolfley. To Chappell. Chappell with 2 men on him. Gets it in for two. Nice bucket underneath.
You know,
right
they kind of lull the Wildcat defense asleep. They work it around the perimeter, and finally Chappell kind of slips behind his guy. They hit him, and he scores.
Absolutely. Rivera goes right, spins, fires sideways, and it's swatted away. That was Duran as Wolfley catches it deep, puts it up, puts it in.
And it goes.
And the N1. That was an acrobatic layup attempt there as he takes down the defender and will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware charity stripe to complete the three-point play.
9 points in the game for Wolfley, right on his season average.
With a chance to go into double digits here from the free throw line. Number 21, Jaron Miller checking in for Panguitch. He'll replace Bennett. And Wolfley puts it in from the Legacy Ace Hardware charity stripe. And just like that, Panguitch has doubled the score yet again, 54-27. As there's a deep three. That's no good for Alvarez. Wolfley. Right side. Gives Talbot with the ball. Gives to Fulmer. Fulmer has plenty of space. Gives it to Miller. Miller bounce pass. And that's a great pass from Chappell into Wolfley.
Wolfley drives all the way back door, gets hit going back door, takes all the way to the rack. Great cut.
Absolutely. Great cut there from Wolfley. Timeout taken. We're going to go to break. You are watching State Championship Basketball presented by Legacy Ace Hardware in Panguitch on KTTA 8.1 and 1aball.com. Don't go anywhere.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Welcome back to this presentation of State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Bank of Southern Utah, broadcasted on KSLSports.com, 1aball.com, and Local10.tv. Panguitch and Wendover. Panguitch leading by nearly 30 points. 56-27 is the score. Just over 3 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats with the ball. Francisco Rivera bringing it up for the Wildcats. Gives to Alvarez. As Munoz gets the cut to the rack, puts it in for two, and gets the N1 call. He'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware charity stripe for a chance at a three-point play.
That's the third foul on Chappell.
Misses the second attempt, but it gets the offensive board. Duran. Alvarez puts it up. No good. Duran gets underneath. Can't hold on to the rebound. And there's Wolfley. Wolfley cutting around the edge, goes up, and it's no good. Picked up by Fulmer. Fulmer puts it in for 2. Nice offensive board there by Fulmer. You know, this Panguitch team has so much size that any one of their starting 5 is able to get an offensive board. It's really something.
Yeah, the Bobcats super big.
Nice backdoor cut off the top of the backboard. Chappell pulls it down, gives to Fulmer. Fulmer slows it down, gets it to Talbot, and Talbot leans in and puts in a fadeaway 2 in the paint. Panguitch now with 60 points. Wendover 29. Tangaro with the pink shoes. Rivera. Tangaro. Rivera. Corner. Munoz. Back to Alvarez. Duran had a completely open lane under the basket, fumbled away the ball, and now Fulmer is going straight up. Fulmer tried going behind the back, had it blocked away. Nice effort there by Tangaro. Transition again, Munoz to Duran, and Duran misses the layup. Wide open under the basket, could not finish. Got to make those shots as Wolfley brings it up for the Bobcats. Throws it out of bounds. Well, deflected, I should say, out of bounds by Rivera. And, you know, like we've said, it's been a great showing for Panguitch in their quest to win the 1A Utah State High School Basketball Champion. However, the Wildcats showing a decent amount of fight as well, not backing down from the size. As you see here, Wolfley and Rivera getting at it a little bit. Here's Talbot cutting in. Jump stop, puts it up, air balls, but Chappell with the offensive board and the putback. Chappell's really heating up in the paint, folks. 62-29, your score. About a minute left to play here in the third quarter. Alvarez goes left, it jumps up, puts it in, it bounces out. Rebounded there by Jared Miller. Ooh, cross pass. Right to Talbot in the paint. What a pass. Great move there in transition. Panguitch just taking over this game. The size has been a tremendous factor here tonight. Here's Munoz. Steps back to Du Bois. Du Bois picks up a foul in the lane. Du Bois have been missing from action for a little bit. Seems like every time they give him the ball, either scores or heads to the line. So I bet Wendover wishes that they'd given him the ball maybe a little bit more, a little bit sooner, but nonetheless, he heads to the line here. 33 seconds left. Trailing by 35 now. First shot rims out for Du Bois. Still looking to crack that 30-point threshold for Wendover. Tangaro's going to take a seat, and we're going to have Ernesto Carrillo comes in for the Wildcats. 35-point lead for the Bobcats. Second free throw up and good. 64-30. Wolfley with the ball. Gives to Fulmer. To Wolfley. Back to Chappell.
Fulmer
bodies his way in for a 2.
Nice strong take by Fulmer.
Alvarez jumper blocked. That was blocked by Fulmer. Ball bounces around. Alvarez puts it up off the side of the backboard, and that's going to end the third quarter. 66 points for the Bobcats, leading Wendover about 66-30. You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by Quality in Richfield. Make Quality in Richfield your home away from home on 1aball.com. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up.
With millions of visitors each year to the national and state parks in Garfield County, Garfield Memorial Hospital's world-class staff of doctors and nurses stand ready to help in your time of need, wishing all athletes success on and off the court.
In the scope of a lifetime, 10 minutes may seem like no time at all. But when it comes to suicide, 10 minutes is often long enough to reconsider the decision to end one's own life. If you have a friend or family member who is struggling with suicide or depression, talk to them about temporarily storing their firearms away from their home. Because even a 10-minute delay can make a lifetime of difference. Let's help end tragic firearm deaths in Utah.
Brought to you by the Bryce Valley, Escalante, and Panguitch Prevention Coalitions.
And we're back for the fourth quarter of action. Panguitch and Wendover. Panguitch pulled away, 36-point lead here as we enter the fourth period. Foul call on Shea Miller for the Bobcats. It's going to be Wendover basketball. Well, no, actually, they're going to head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Raudel Munoz to shoot for Wendover. First shot is up and rims spins out. No, the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line can be unforgiving at times. And he puts in the second one. And the boys in black crawl within a reasonable 35 as Panguitch gives to number 5, Cody Hatch. Not Justice Savage. Bennett backs in and puts it in for 2. So big, so strong, so poised in the paint. Kyler Bennett has been the best player on the court tonight. As there's a deep Bryce Canyon City 3 from Trey Tangaro.
Trey with the tray, huh?
Yeah, they don't call him Trey for nothing. Justice Savage wanted that look for a sec as that ball's coughed up and given away. Turnover. Rare turnover for Panguitch there. Munoz from the Snow College logo gives up to Boys. Back to Munoz. A little bit of chaos. And that ball's going to be taken away by Miller. And Miller's going to take it up for the fast break layup for 2. And they've cracked 70 points. 70-34 the score. 6:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Shea Miller with the nice takeaway and the open lane score. Munoz, Alvarez gets Bennett to fake, and he drills a 3. Another Bryce Canyon City 3. Probably the most impressive 3 of the night because he got Bennett to bite so hard right there.
Yeah,
he went flying.
There's a great fake by Alvarez.
You don't see Bennett look like that often. As Bennett posts up immediately after and misses the easy layup in the paint and then picks up the foul. That was Du Bois drawing the foul. Like I said, he's a foul magnet. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez for 3 again. No good. Rebounded by Bennett, sending Du Bois flying.
Nice strong position and box out by Bennett.
And there's another layup for Panguitch.
Heaton with the basket. Connor Henry, number 4.
Rivera has it rejected by Bennett. Bennett sends it down court. Shea Miller gives to Connor Henry again. Jump stop, but picks up the foul. Panguitch's transition game, you haven't really seen much of it because they haven't really needed to use it tonight, but when they do, they're pretty good at it. And I'm sure that'll come in handy down the stretch in this tournament when they play maybe some stronger competition. That being said, Wendover has put up quite the fight. They have not backed down from the size. And it'll be interesting to see what Panguitch can continue to do and how they will continue to score the points they do in this tournament.
Winner of this game will await the winner.
Hatch gives to swatted by Du Bois, but he picks up the foul. Bennett's going to head to the line. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, you're totally fine. The winner of this game will await the winner of the Valley and Monticello game coming up next.
And they play tomorrow afternoon, I assume?
Yeah, at 7 o'clock, I believe. It'll be 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
Bennett's first free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line is good. We got a palindrome score, 73-37. read it the same way, flipped.
Better known in Region 20 as the Sheldon Roundy. What is it? The Lynn Roundy inversion rule.
The inversion rule.
When you get the score inverted.
I'm learning so much about 1A basketball today. It's wonderful. The inversion rule. I've been calling it a palindrome my whole life like a fool.
Oh, yeah.
3 is up. No good. Nice offensive board there by Raul Valle.
That's because in Garfield, well, I won't say in Garfield County, I didn't know what a palindrome was, so I couldn't use that. I have to call it the DeLynn Roundy inversion rule.
Becoming a melting pot for all the jargon all over Utah with this broadcast crew today.
Or the short is the Roundy reversal.
The Roundy reversal. I like that. First shot is good for Valle.
It's not bad, when it's 21-12 or, but when it's
73-37, it's less than ideal. Line violation. Valle's going to get another shot. In my mission in Argentina, you would have pronounced it Vache.
Yeah.
With the double L's.
In Mexico, the Nye and the double L, you get the Valle,
Vache, however you want to say it. Nonetheless, he puts in the free throw. Henry, and that ball spins out. Cash Iyer tried to get that ball out of bounds, but he steps out. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Just under 5 minutes left to play here. The Roundy reversal is no more, but the lead still remains 75-39, the score. Battle of the Cats, with the Cats of Bob beating the Cats of Wild handily here in the first round of 1A Utah High School Conference Basketball, Championship Basketball. Alvarez spins, finds Du Bois, and Du Bois gets in for 2.
What an assist from Alvarez.
An absolute dime from Alvarez to Du Bois.
He draws the defense. It's a little wraparound pass. Just feeding Du Bois the ball.
It's amazing what you learn over the course of the game. And I think what we've learned is that Du Bois really should have been the number one scoring option for this Wendover team from the start. Luckily, they'll have another go-around at tomorrow. And hopefully, they'll be able to apply what they've learned here today. And it's when you play the best possible competition like Panguitch, you learn about how good your team really is and where your real strengths and weaknesses are against the top talent. And that Alvarez-Du Bois connection has been pretty solid tonight so far. Du Bois always picks up fouls and he gets to the line.
And I feel bad for Coach Murphy and the Wildcats a little bit because they're a better team than the RPI has them ranked based on they're super young, they're developing. They had a ton of losses early in the season. They got a few wins down the stretch.
There's a nice board there.
But if things reverse a little earlier, they get a couple wins earlier, maybe they don't match up with the number one the first day. They can get some momentum going and go a little deeper in the tournament.
Absolutely. And with this young team that they have, I've seen it. I've been watching high school games my whole life. You see these young teams that come in, maybe underperform. They have their growing pains. But when they get these experience games like this in the tournament and they take their lumps early, they come back the next year and they're that much more equipped.
Absolutely.
To make a deep run. And so when you see these teams that have second-year starters as juniors, I mean, that's a great sleeper pick for a region Final Four, a state Final Four, because they have the experience and they have the chemistry together.
Totally agree.
So Wendover, buy stock now because next year they could make some noise. Three's up for Henry, no good. Hatch with the rebound. Puts it up from about the free throw line. That one's no good. What grade is Du Bois? Do we know? Foul call underneath. That's on number 32, Shane Miller. Gets a hook around Munoz, who will head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
So Du Bois is a sophomore, Jackson.
Goodness.
Orlando Alvarez is a junior. Basically, the whole team's coming back for Coach Murphy.
Rivera, the only senior, but I mean, for that Alvarez Du Bois connection to come back and have another season of that. That's going to be scary to watch.
Absolutely.
In the western part of Utah next year. So like I said, buy stock now.
Second half, too good. For knockdown,
Munoz gets the second free throw. Cuts the deficit to 31. 75-44 the score. 3:23 left to play here in the quarter. Panguitch emptying the bench. Number 35, Cash Air, puts in an athletic layup into the basket. Behind the back pass. No good from
nice look in again to Du Bois.
This is our third game today, Mike, and I think Alvarez has got to be one of the top 2 or 3 passers we've seen. Just pure passers of the 6 teams we've seen so far. And to think he's only a junior and has another year to connect with Du Bois especially, that's an exciting thought.
Alvarez is probably one of the truest, guard, passing, shooting, triple threat. I mean, he can hit that 3. He can slice it up, cut into the basket. He's a great ball player. Wraparound.
Nice wraparound by Munoz. I think it's when you have a guy like Du Bois underneath who creates space, who people are afraid to get around because he picks up those fouls and he can get to the line. You can be a little more creative with your passes because you get a little more of that space.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Welcome back to Utah 1A High School State Basketball Championship, a Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games presentation. Register today at utahsummergames.org. Also brought to you by Garcane Energy. Garcane Energy, a touchstone energy cooperation. Panguitch seeing the bench here, number 33. Not even on our roster.
33. The Torgerson.
Also in for the Bobcats, number 3, Cameron Parkin. Number 14, Daxton Miller. And number 13.
Yeah, so Parkin, Torgerson.
Osborne on the court.
Osborne.
Nice shot up by the youngest Miller.
Jackson Miller.
They got 3 Millers on their roster. That's a nice family pipeline, if they are all related. I'd assume so.
Torgerson gets the open look, just a little hard off the backboard.
Minute 30 left to play here. 79-46 your score. Panguitch in the lead. Taking away number 23. Some sloppy basketball down the stretch as both teams empty their bench. This one's pretty much decided. There's a nice bounce pass underneath. Parkin puts it in for 2, and Mike, just like you said, they reached 80 points. I think you called that about 2 or 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, they were on a roll early, and
Rodriguez creates a little bit of space, misses the 3.
Miller loses the handle.
Oh, nice little rolling flip out. Might have been a travel, but, at this point of the game, who's going to call that? Let the kids play. Deep 3.
Jaron Miller from the parking lot almost gets it to go.
With the offensive board put back by Justin Osborne. From the parking lot, from the Snow College logo. 16 seconds left. This one all but wrapped up. Shot is up, no good. Jaron Miller's just going to dribble this one out. And that's going to do it for us today, folks. Panguitch, top seed in this tournament, shows their worth with an 8th 53-46 win over the Wildcats of Wendover in the Battle of the Cats. Big win. You've been watching the presentation of state championship basketball brought to you by South Central Communications on 1aball.com. We'll be right back with stats and your player of the game. Don't go anywhere.
Gifts from Grady Foundation is hosting the Celebrate Life Outdoor Retreat April 29th and 30th. There will be several outdoor activities offered in the area: ATV riding, mountain biking, rappelling, disc golf tournament, and hiking. Come and celebrate life. Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list would be Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch and a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger. Julie and Colleen at Henry's wish all teams the best of luck. Inline Outdoors is a family-owned clothing company located in Wendover, Utah. We support the Wildcat basketball teams. Good luck at state. Go Cats!
Jones and DeMille is much more than civil engineering.
We're shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West.
Shaping new opportunities for work and play.
And shaping the communities that we're proud to be a part of.
We're Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
From dents to scratches, auto service, paint, and detailing, give Joe a call today for any of your auto body needs. Joe Dalton Auto Body in Circleville, 435-577-2442. Wishing Region 20 team success.
JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
K&D Forest Products in Panguitch, Utah invite you to come visit them for all your building and log home needs. K&D would like to wish all teams success in the postseason.
From giant, delicious, fluffy pancakes for breakfast and our great selection of sandwiches for lunch, to our choice steaks or our amazing homemade country fried steak and mashed potatoes for dinner, top it off with homemade pie, and Kenny Ray's is just like home.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah high school athletics.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture. There's nothing quite like getting your